गाररूपिणी शृंगेरी वासिनी प्रशांत हृदये तमोहारी शारदे वेद्या विशारदे.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the chairman, the members of the governing body, the director, the faculty and staff, and the students of IIIT-B, I extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Damodar Acharya, chairman of IIIT-B, and to our guest of honor, Mr. Nandan Nilekani, CEO and managing director of Infosys. It is also my pleasure to welcome the executives of IT companies, officials of the government of Karnataka, academicians, our graduating students and their families, our alumni, the press, and other invitees. It would be a futile task for me to attempt to make a detailed introduction of our eminent guests. We would be here all day. But permit me to make a brief attempt even so. As for our chief guest, Dr. Damodar Acharya, he is an eminent academician who has the distinction of having supervised over 30 PhD students. He has made a name for himself at IIT Kharagpur and other leading institutions with which he has been associated, and is a good example of an academic who is at once a compassionate humanitarian, an insightful manager, in addition to being an outstanding scholar. Our guest of honor, Mr. Nilekani, is already well known to us. He was appointed CEO of Infosys in March 2002 and has recently been listed as one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan by the government media recently and has been acknowledged by Thomas Friedman, the well-known foreign affairs columnist for the New York Times, as one of the leading sources of inspiration for the new book, The Word is Black, A Brief History of the 21st Century. We heartily welcome these eminent people. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you.
I request our chief guest, Professor Damodar Acharya, guest of honor Padma Bhushan, Mr. Nandan Nilekani, Chief Executive Officer, President and Managing Director of Infosys, our Chairman, Sri N.R. Narayan Murthy, Chairman and Chief Mentor of Infosys, our Director, Professor S. Raghavan, and two of our students, Deepak and Swati, to kindly light the lamp.
Chairman IIIT and Chief Guest of the Day, Mr. Nandan Nilekani, CEO of Infosys, and Guest of Honor, Chairman of the governing body, Mr. N.R. Narayan Murthy, other members of the governing body, my distinguished faculty colleagues, fellow academics from sister institutions, my dear students, parents of our students, alumni, staff, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 6th Convocation of IIIT-B. It is a moment of joy when 160 of our 6th batch of students graduate. Today, the community has been active on social and cultural front too. The Speak My Day at IIIT-B is a very active group, and we also had a blood donation camp last year. A number of industry-funded research centers and labs have started operations. They include the Vidya Vahini project and the IMS lab, both funded by Hewlett Packard, and a community PC funded by IIIT. Finally, institution really is an act of faith, but for the trust-based relationship between the governing body and the executive, IIIT-B would not be what it is today. We look forward to such continued support from the management and from one and all, faculty, students, staff, alumni, funding agencies, government and industry, and many of you who are assembled here. With this, let me once again thank all of you who have contributed to our short yet successful journey towards excellence. Congratulations to the graduating batch. Welcome one and all, and thanks again.
I will request our director to kindly seek permission from the chairman to present the degrees to the students of the graduating class.
Sir, I have the honor of requesting you to permit us to present the students who have qualified for the M.Tech degree in Information Technology.
This convocation has been called to serve the M.Tech degree in Information Technology of
on the candidates who have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the candidates stand forward and take the oath.
I request our registrar to administer the oath to the students of the graduating class that shall guide them throughout their lives. The students of the graduating class are requested to stand up and take the oath.
I hereby solemnly declare and promise that if admitted to the degree of Master of Technology of the International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, for which I have been recommended, I shall, in my daily life and conversation, conduct myself as befits a graduate of this institute, that I shall, to the utmost of my capacity and opportunity, support the course of my morality and sound learning, and that as far as that in me lies, I shall uphold and advance the social order and the well-being of my fellow citizens. I shall faithfully and carefully fulfill the duties of the profession to which I may be admitted by virtue of my degree, that I shall on all occasions maintain its purity and reputation, and I shall never deviate from the straight path of the honorable exercise, and I shall by my actions make India legitimately proud of myself.
Presenting to you the candidates for the Master of Technology in IT, whose names are set out in the list. They have been qualified for the said degree, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By the authority vested in me as the chairman of the governing body, and upon the recommendations of the Senate of IIIT-B, I admit all the qualified candidates to the master's degree in information technology.
I request our chairman to distribute the degree certificates to the graduating students. Meanwhile, I request the audience to hold the applause till all the graduating students receive their degree certificates. Governing body, members of the Senate, faculty, degree recipients, distinguished invitees, parents of the degree recipients, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to be here amongst you on this solemn occasion. I thought that I would share few of my views and that of others on a very important issue, particularly the issue of technology revolution, including information technology revolution.
its impact on the education system itself. Friends, you know that technology is power today. It is your superiority in technology which will decide your economic as well as political dominance in the future to come. And technology revolution is a reality and bound to usher radical changes in all dimensions of our life. Technology that have seen exponential growth and likely to grow much faster pace are biotechnology, nanotechnology, materials technology, and information technology. The effects of this technology revolution will be seen in the radical change in our quality of life, extension of lifespan, change in pace of work and industry, new economic and political power. According to a recent study by RAND, 16 technologies are likely to be commercially available by 2020, and they can have very significant impact on our life on such facets as water, food, land, population, governance, social structure, energy, health, economic development, education, environment, pollution, etc. These technologies are some of the non-information technology oriented things are cheap solar energy, genetically modified crops, rapid biosis, where instantly actually you can know the presence or absence of biomaterials in any substance, filtration catalysis, targeted drug delivery, cheap and autonomous housing, green manufacturing, hybrid vehicles, improved diagnostic and surgical methods, tissue engineering, facilitating selective transplant of organs. I think these are some of the non-information technology oriented developments, 10 of them. There are 6 other important things which are information technology centric. They are rural wireless communication, communication devices for UBPS, information access, communication and storage devices that provide agile access to information sources anywhere, anytime, operating seamlessly across the communication and data storage protocols. These devices will with capabilities to store text, metatext with layered contextual information, images, voice, music, video, movies, etc. Radio frequency identification tagging, which is can track the products and individuals and possibly will change the total face and the way that we manage and administer today our supply chain for products or services. I praying God that let Him bless all of you to remain lifelong learner and lifelong student. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request our guest of honor, Sri Nandan and Nilekani, to address the gathering.
Sir Acharya, Mr. Narayan Murthy, Professor Hargopan, members of the governing body, faculty members, distinguished guests, proud parents, and most important, the graduating students of the day. I am delighted to be here today at the event when we have the event to give these degrees. Now, since my office is just next door, I've had the privilege of watching this campus evolve and grow in front of my eyes. And I think in many ways, the IIIT-B is a symbol of different changes in our society. First of all, I think it's an example of thinking out of the box, because what was here many years back was essentially a different defunct public sector institution which morphed into a high quality university. It's also an example of perseverance, because I know that all the people involved in setting it up had to undergo many hurdles and much of adversity, but were able to deal with that and triumph in creating this institution. Now, we also know that all of you have the background of science and maths and analytical thinking. Now, what you will realize as you leave the portals of this institution, that it's not just about those skills, but ultimately how you put those skills to the use, to the solvation of some business problem. Now, you may leave here thinking that you want to focus on this technology or that language. But let me give you my perspective of what's happening in technology. I think some things in technology, or at least in our business, are very clear. We know that computers will become cheaper, computers will become faster, computers will become more powerful. And people like Moore's Law and all that have said that. We also know that bandwidth will become more, you'll get more bandwidth, it will become cheaper, the distance will become less between organizations. The cost of connectivity will go down. People that I have met are people who have kept their intellectual curiosity, people who have been open-minded, people who have been willing to learn and take ideas from others, people who have been willing to read and make sure that they know what's happening in the world out there, and people who have been able to use all that knowledge to put it together to deliver the best possible solutions for their customers. Because as I mentioned, I think the Indian IT industry, which is largely going to be where all of you go, is at a very critical point in its history, where it's going from being just a provider of what the customer wants, in terms of where the customer has defined the problem well, to a provider, a partner to the customer, a partner in jointly formulating the solutions that need to be designed, a partner in transformation, and that requires a whole new set of capabilities of being able to understand their needs, understand how to translate them into technology, understand how to deal with them on the business side, understand how to deal with them in managing the change they need. So a lot of these things are becoming more and more important to all the firms. Therefore, you will have to play an important role in making sure that you have the skills to deal with that. So I would now like to wish you all the best, and thank you, and do all the very best in life. Thank you very much.
After London, it's all downhill. So I'm not sure whether I can make meaningful remarks after the two wonderful speeches that have been given. This year marks an important milestone for the institution. The 1,000 MTech students have already been enrolled. We will be welcoming her on August 1st, 2006. Dear students, this is no mean achievement for such a young institute. Academic institutions must constantly strive to initiate new programs. I'm glad that IIIT-B has started a research program and has strengthened its PhD program by admitting research scholars in the industry. Be open to new ideas. You are entering careers that require you to be flexible and learn continually. Both Nandan and Professor Acharya alluded to this. The ability to accept, evaluate, and adopt new ideas will separate the successful ones amongst you from the not so successful. Let me quote the words of Eric Hoffer, who said, and I quote, "In times of change, learners inherit their health, while they learn it, find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists." My dear students, you must make a conscious effort to move beyond your personal comfort zones. Look for opportunities to interact with people whose background, education, and culture are different from yours and from whom you can learn. Try to solve the so many problems that we see around us. look at the serious issues that we face in the country and ask questions like, how can every one of us exercise our right to a good education? How can we build a fair society? How can we eliminate corruption in our society? And how can we fight poverty? Let me quote Theodore Roosevelt, who said, I quote, "It's not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how a strong man stumbled, but the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, who strives valiantly, who triumphs and errs, and who spends himself in a worthy cause." Education has given you the strength and courage to change, strive for leadership, and raise the aspirations of people around you. Such aspirations alone will fuel the future growth of India. Remember what our President has been saying, and he has been constantly urging all of us to dream big. It is our institutions of higher learning that are at the center of this new India we are all creating. It is particularly important at this point of time that we all remember the unprecedented challenges that our higher education system is facing in this country. You have to therefore give back your alma mater in more ways than one, not just the financial part, but more ways than one. So my dear students, you are the future of the country. I urge you to become worthy citizens, move on and take on the world, strive towards excellence in everything that you do. Let me finally close with a quotation from Abraham Lincoln, who said, "It is not the years in your life that count, it is the life in your years that count." I wish you the best. Thank you very much.
Honorable dignitaries, all the elders assembled here, and my dear friends, I have the privilege of delivering the valedictory address on behalf of the outgoing batch on the joyous occasion of the 6th Convocation of this institute. In a country where nearly a quarter of the youth is illiterate owing to unfavorable circumstances, we are indeed grateful to the parents and teachers for what we are today. They have enabled us to reach a stage where we can contribute to the society and to our nation's growth at large. I don't think words can quite express our gratitude towards them. The last 24 months have constituted probably the most significant period of our lives. The institute has been instrumental in bringing out engineers among us, by laying strong foundations at the outset and then giving us an opportunity to specialize in areas of our choice. The last 6 months have shaped us to take on challenges within the industry and academia. Each one of us had the choice of either taking up internship in the industry or conducting independent research and publishing a thesis. Thank you very much, friends. Life goes present with you around. Thank you and Godspeed.
The word of thanks.
Honorable dignitaries of honor, Professor Damodar Acharya, Chairman IIIT-B, Convocation, Mr. Nandan Nitram, CEO, Managing Director and Process, Chairman Mr. Narayan Modi, Director Professor Sulokan, members of the governing body and select members. It is a great honor to have this opportunity to thank you to make this 6th Convocation of IIIT-Bangalore such a distinct and memorable one. Happiest congratulations to the new graduates. Today is your day. Our best wishes to you as you set out on your challenging careers with our motto, Jnanam Uttama. We look forward to maintaining a lifelong relationship with you as alumni and celebrating life successes with you. Congratulations to all the parents and thank you for being here to raise this occasion. We would also like to acknowledge the distinguished IT companies from Bangalore for their continuous support for our students in their various endeavors. IIIT-B is indebted to the government of India and America for their unfailing support. We were also grateful to our distinguished guests, members of the press and alumni for your presence here.
Last but not the least, we acknowledge the active participation of the IIIT family, who have worked so hard to coordinate this event. Our special thanks to the committed administrative staff, teaching assistants, security, and student volunteers. Thank you again, once again, for being here today and making this event successful and memorable. Thank you.
I request the gathering kindly stand up for the national.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे
Thank you.